The Raptors play their 4th game on the road tonight, and their opponent, the Phoenix Suns. But if you look back at the past 3 games, they've been doing well. 2-1 on the trip so far, right? So tonight, we're going to look at the Raptors and the games that they've played against the Warriors, the Blazers, and the Kings. After that, let's have a conversation about Pascal Siakam and his All-Star nod and what that means for the Raptors and their record. And finally, going to ask the boys to rank OG, Freddie, and Gary Trent from least to most important for the Raptors' future. I already see Justin rolling his eyes, so we got to get this going super quickly. But guys, okay, so we played the Kings, played the Dubs, played the Blazers. Obviously, of all those 3, we lost to the Warriors. We all figured they would. Actually, I will say, I don't know if you guys are both going to call me out on that, but I did change my mind.
You switched up.
A couple episodes ago, we all picked the Warriors. Anybody changing their mind right now?
Nah.
No?
Dubs all day.
Yeah. We'll see what happens tonight.
I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go with the Raptors. Yep.
Wow.
I think the Raptors take this one today.
Switched up on them.
Listen, I could have lied about it and said I didn't, and I would have been a perfect 3-0 right now, but I did change my mind. I believe in this team a little too early, but they bounced back for me against the Blazers. So against the Kings, they held one of the best offenses in the league to 95 points, which is, to me, was crazy because the Kings, I think they usually average 120 points per game.
Yeah.
And this is probably their lowest scoring game of the season so far. So the Raptors did their job in terms of defense. Came to Warriors, did not defend whatsoever. There was no defense going on there at all. OG actually left 10 minutes in, so that was a pretty big blow to them, but they turned it around against the Blazers. Precious Achiuwa had a career-high 27 points, and they just looked like a good team. So, guys, have we...
No. No. I'm not even going to let you finish that question. No. Look, no. Stop. They are still who we thought they were.
Right.
They're not that good of a team. That's it.
Oh, okay.
They had some nice, impressive against
That was
Sacramento.
great analysis right there by Justin Pooney. Love it.
Look, the defense showed up well against Sacramento.
Right.
But let's talk about the fans in Portland. All those Raptor fans there. But
man.
guess, you know where they're from? Guess where they're from?
Oh, God.
They're from BC.
Yeah.
Adam Silver, if you were watching, and if you were up that late that night watching that game, you need to put a team back in Vancouver.
Silver is watching Raptors versus
took
Blazers?
over, not Raptors fans, Vancouver and British Columbia basketball fans
And
took
Raptor
over-
fans. They're
took
Raptor fans,
over
too.
in Portland. But yeah, look, the Raptors they had nice performances against the struggling Blazers team. Dame had a bunch of nothing
He
else.
had 30 points, eh? I had no idea. I didn't
Dame's on the
realize. It was a
meter.
very
Dame-
quiet
He's
30
been
points.
as per usual, you know,
Yeah.
the Dame time agenda. But look, the Raptors had some nice performances on this road trip so far. Let's see what happens in Phoenix tonight, where a team who kind of is very noisy right now, just like the Raptors on the trade front,
Yes.
and they're kind of been connected too via trade rumors as
looking
well.
at
So
us.
let's see how that shakes out because the Suns got some pressure on them now too.
Yeah, I love that analysis and that PSA to bring back
Thank
team
you.
in Vancouver.
Thank
I
you.
believe there should be a team in
There
Vancouver.
definitely
But
should be.
yeah, the Raptors impressed me with the Kings win. I thought the Kings were going to win that game because of that offense, right? We were talking
Yeah.
about can they counter, in terms of the scoring. And they did. 6 guys, double figures. So that obviously helps you. And then when you talk about Sabonis, right? And I talk about him all the time. We shut him down. 9 points. 9 points. That was ridiculous. And then a career high 9 turnovers we forced him
You almost
into.
had a triple-double in the wrong way.
Yes, the wrong way. So that's impressive. Then the Warriors, we knew it was gonna happen.
I will say, they all played, so,
Yeah, it's Stephen Curry. Okay, that's all I have to say. Wardell, Stephen Curry. He showed up. Okay,
play.
shut us down. And of course, with no OG with that wrist, that
Yeah.
obviously does hurt you defensively.
And that was a rough fall when you saw the
Yeah,
replay of that,
yeah.
how he felt like that.
Yeah.
You're lucky that it's nothing too serious.
Nothing serious. But yeah, the offense didn't really show up in Golden State because I'm looking at a guy specifically, Pascal, right? Yes, he scored. He got his 20 plus, but from an all-star, you need more than 8 for 26. Okay,
Absolutely.
you need a better shooting night than that. But OG's wrist obviously really hurt us. And then when you talk about Portland, I mean, we played them already this season. And remember what happened that first matchup. They didn't have a bench.
No.
Okay, they just don't have a bench. That's why they're losing games, right?
Yeah.
I'm like the Raptors, don't have a bench.
Yeah, so we understand who Damian Lillard is, right? Simons, he obviously provided, and Grant too. But aside from that, they didn't have any contributions offensively. So that's a game you have to win.
And hey, I was on Blazers Twitter after the game on Saturday, and a lot of Blazer fans were like, "We need OG Anunoby."
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
teams,
just
Everybody
saying,
could
a lot of
use
teams,
OG Anunoby.
a lot of teams want him right
Everybody.
now. But yeah, I think that game with the lack of offensive scoring that the Portland Trailblazers had, you should win that game, and they did. Okay, they had a great start too. They had a fantastic 37-14 first quarter.
Yeah.
Right. That's how you enter a game, and that's what really gets you going. And then ultimately they had a good finish. So.
No, definitely. I actually love that you brought up the Portland fans. Sorry, the Vancouver basketball fans
Say it with
in
your chest.
Portland there
Say
too.
it with your-
But it was funny because they also took to Reddit afterwards, and they were like complaining. They're like, why are all these Raptor fans here? Like, this is supposed to be our arena. I only hear We the North chants and
we show up.
Pascal
We
MVP.
show up.
Yeah, you know, you talk about Detroit, talk
Detroit
about
all the
Golden
time. Yeah,
State,
we're there.
Golden
We
State
show
as
up.
well. The San
My
Fran.
people showed up.
Are you done?
Shout out 30.
San
Thank
Fran
you.
as well, right? But speaking of the Blazers and the Raptors,
604.
I do got to talk about Precious Achiuwa. I know
Right,
he's
right.
been the boy for me. I've been talking about him the entire way through, but I think that to show, I know it's the Blazers. I know
but he
it's
balled
something
out, career
crazy,
high.
but
Look, he played
career
really well.
high balled out, and he's not just the defensive factor too. Like I said, I think his offense is not something that's very pretty to look at. It's pretty much a 50-50. It's gonna go in. It's gonna be slipping out of his hands. But him at the perimeter, when he's able to make those threes, it's so dangerous. It's complete, and like also he uses his body to drive through, and when he drives through, you're gonna get that layup plus the N1, and he's been getting those constantly, and his teammates trust him. That's the massive factor. I think his teammates trust him. So for you guys, like, who would you think in the past 3 games has shown out to you to be a good guy?
It's gonna pain me to say, but I have to agree with her on that.
Precious.
Like,
Health.
I have to agree.
Health hath frozen over.
Look, people forget that Precious Achiuwa is like, was his 3rd year?
Yeah, he's young. He's a young.
He's a really young
Yeah.
player. He's still very raw. Like you mentioned, 50-50 looks like the ball's gonna go in. His offensive game is not developed, but you see the skill set is there. You see there's things to work with that you can build upon with him. And it just comes down to reps, time in the gym, playing time, stuff like that. And can he stay healthy? Right?
That's the
If he can stay healthy and stay on this trajectory, I'm not saying he's gonna be averaging 25, 20 plus points a game, but he could be a very solid contributing factor to this franchise going forward, right? Yeah. Not only on the offensive side as that develops as he goes along, but also the defensive side because he has the athleticism, he has the body for it. So look, the Raptors might have something in Precious Achiuwa, but it just depends on health and how he can.
Well, depending on his health, too, the last 5 games he's been on, 18.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, 62.7. I got to add the 0.7 in there, so almost 63%
Yeah, 63,
from the
round that
field.
up.
You know,
Yeah,
guys, write that
round it
down.
up.
You're welcome, Precious, by the way. So you have to, I'm like the Memphis Grizzlies scout there. You know, the scorekeeper. I'm here to
know
bunch
that.
of numbers
That's
in every
a whole
way
different
possible.
Fraudulent
Yeah,
numbers.
that's something
Fraudulent
that's
numbers.
something
Whatever. No, but I think he's been a big factor. Plus the fact that we pretty much got him for nothing, knowing Kyle Lowry was going to walk regardless.
Right.
I mean, Dragic, whatever, that's a whole different story. But having him come on and watching, Miami fans right now are making the comparison, and they're saying, look at Lowry, love you, Lowry, but they're saying, look at Lowry and look at Precious, and that could have been our future.
Kyle Lowry might be out of Miami any day
very
now,
true.
I
right?
mean,
So no, we picked up Precious, very good pickup, and that's why we want to keep him. When you talk about Scotty and Precious moving forward, those are 2 guys I think that the Raptors want to keep for sure. They don't want anyone touching them. And also 13 boards last game, impressive as well.
Amazing. All right, well, talking about the Raptors, is one guy on there who might be able to make the All-Star game. Pascal Siakam.
Oh, that was Malachi.
Wait, okay.
Look at these jokesters, you guys. They got so
wasn't
many
even that-
jokes
that
here
wasn't
on a
that-
Monday
that wasn't
morning.
that
It's
funny.
crazy. You guys want a Netflix special or something?
Yeah,
A stand-up
please.
comedy?
Definitely Netflix
God damn.
special.
Well, like I said, Pascal Siakam has been in the running for NBA All-Star for the past however many years he's been the star that he is. This year, though, it's looking a little shaky. Whether he's going to enter it or not because of how the Raptors record looks like. At the same time, though, we got to keep in mind, this is an Eastern Conference that got so much better. Now you have a ton of players who have not only better teams, but they have better scores. They have better records as well, right? So is there someone out there, or is there some way out there you could see that Pascal might not be able to make it, or do you still think he's a lock for
I
the
know
All-Star
this is going to be crazy coming from me.
Oh, you think? Oh,
coming from me.
hell is frozen.
Coming from me,
It froze.
right? But this is voted on by the coaches, right? I think about how many coaches in the NBA post-game get asked the question about Pascal Siakam, and they sing his praises, right?
Yeah.
And if the coaches are voting on this, that's the easy in for Pascal Siakam because coaches respect his game, right? And I think when you look at the front court of the East, like, look, you got no Chris Middleton to deal with this year. There's been other injuries in the East on the front court. Maybe Julius Randle's hot play of late could bump him.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
that's the one name to me, Julius Randle. But I think Siakam, coaches respect his game. Coaches see what he does on a nightly basis. He's the focal point of the Toronto Raptors offense. They have to game plan him against the Raptors. I think that bodes well in his favor to be an all-star. But if I had to give you a name that I'm worried about, Julius Randle's play of late
that's fair.
could be what we're
Brunson too, right? Would he not be able to?
front court.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
I think that Pascal should be an all-star in my opinion. But yes, Toronto. Look, let's face it. When the Raptors aren't that good, our stars don't get selected for the All-Star game. Okay, let's just be fair. Look at the years that we've struggled.
Oh, look at how many years VanVleet got snubbed.
Yeah, so I think that the coach vote does play a huge role in this. But same way, yes, he's 25, 7, and 8. We know that he's balling right now, right? He's the focal point, like you said. But same way, I think that because there's so many other teams in the way, because the Raptors have not been consistent, because there's been so many other guys that have stepped up, for other squads, it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tougher than we think for Pascal to get in there. I know that a lot of people talk about NBA on TNT and how they listed their reserves. Only Shaq gave him the nod, right?
It wasn't Shaq. It was Shaq and the other guys. So who knows what...
Yeah, but I think that it's gonna be tougher for him to get in there. So don't think it's gonna be easy like other years, right? When we saw like Kyle and those guys get easy nods like that, right? And Pascal himself too. I think it's gonna be tough, just simply because the Raptors have had some tough.
Let's look at your starters. You already have Tatum, KD, Kyrie, Giannis, Mitchell. Embiid was a massive snub, so he's going to be part
Embiid's
of the reserves,
be in the front
right?
court as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? But like beyond that, you've got Embiid, you have Harden, Jaylen Brown, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Bam, Butler. Like those guys could also be coming up.
No, the way Bam's been playing of late too.
Bam's going to be a part of it. He has to be. He's a defensive rebounding nightmare. And based off that, I'm just like your record and how your team's winning percentage has to play it in a massive factor, because if they want to, they can choose 2 guys in the top 4. And that's pretty. That's your all-star game right there, right? So
and we go back to Julius Randle, who's got a team that's winning.
Yeah,
and they're playing very well, right? Yeah. What they did in Boston and stuff like that, they're playing very well tonight.
Definitely. Well, okay, guys, real quickly before we move on to our bets, we have 3 guys, right? 3 guys currently who are pretty much headlining the trade deadline, and there's teams out there salivating at the mouth trying to bring them on. OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, and Gary Trent. Like actually, they're like hungry. They're thirsting over these guys right now. From most important to least, who do you think of these 3 should be part of the Raptors' future?
You want to go first on that?
Yeah. So if Fred,
OG and Gary.
Give me OG at the top, like most important.
Yeah.
I think OG, Fred, Gary. I think that's how it goes.
I'm gonna go Fred because he's a proven. OG, Gary Trent.
I think it's because the price for Fred. I know he's a cornerstone, so that might be why you want to put him at the top. But I think
Fred's a proven
I think it's
player.
the price. I don't know if the Raptors are comfortable.
I know what I get. I know what I get with Fred VanVleet more than I do with OG Anunoby.
I just look at age, because I'm like, at this point, if you're going to be building something that's going to be younger, is OG not going to be the easiest piece to fit in? I think I'm like a broken record on that. I'm like, he's young, he's a defensive nightmare. Yeah, his offense, his handles need so much work, but at the same time, like that's something that can be developed.
On the offense.
All 3 are getting traded anyway. Doesn't even matter.
Relax, you're so annoying. Speaking of getting traded, I guess we'll figure that out towards the end of this road trip. But I don't know if you guys remember, at the beginning of this road trip, we made bets on whoever has the. What'd you say?
I don't recall making bets. I'm kidding.
Do you see what I deal with every single day? But we decided every single game, and we predicted a winner for each one. And we said that the one with the biggest losing streak is going to have to do dares from both of us, whoever's going to be, right? So guys, we got to pick our dares now so that we have it on proof. It's on camera.
What are your dares?
Yeah, let's hear yours first.
Want to hear mine?
Because I'm worried about you first.
No worries. No problem at all. You're worried about me. Okay, well, Justin, if you lose, you have to wear every single Raptor attire that you put on your body and come to the studio. So a jersey, if you have Raptor pants, put on Raptor pants, a hat, perhaps gloves, perhaps purple shoes.
I know he does not have
perhaps
Raptors gloves.
anything. I will bring you something. I have a ton. I can bring that to you. I'm not sure about the fit. It's like OG and shit, but like we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. And then for you, Jelani. Guys, Jelani doesn't eat eggs.
Oh no.
Yes.
He
Oh,
hates
no.
eggs. So I will be bringing
Oh
a
my God.
variety of eggs made in a variety of ways.
Omelet, scrambled,
Including
hard-boiled.
hard-boiled.
Raptors, y'all better win some games that I predicted.
Oh man.
Sorry. And then you guys? What do you guys got for me?
Damn.
When you go.
That's a
That's
good one,
tough.
Jelani.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
all I was gonna say for you, all right, I wasn't gonna put you in the gutter with like your worst favorite food. I was just gonna say you like here on this show, on Twitter, IG, wherever you are, you need to let us know your true feelings about another franchise in this league, in this Atlantic Division. They wear the color green. You have to let us know your real thoughts about them if you lose. Now, as for Justin, it was kind of tough. Like, I didn't know
my guy
what
right
to
here,
really
man.
do for Justin. I would just
guy.
say for you, if it doesn't go well for you,
Yeah.
you must sing the praises of the Raptors throughout the rest of the regular season.
The regular season?
Okay, fine, that's a bit tough.
Make a week,
Yeah,
a week.
Okay, maybe, All-Star break. All-Star break, that's
fine.
February 19th, so that's
Yeah, that's a good amount. That's
yeah,
a good
good,
amount.
yeah, regular season is
Oh,
a bit
man.
much. Okay, so for the All-Star break, all right?
All right.
Yeah. So nothing
Sing the
negative.
praises.
Nothing negative about the Raptors, even if someone
So you want me to
plays
lie?
bad.
You guys want me to lie on camera?
No, just find it in your heart. You
Yeah.
used to be a fan. Sing the praises, Justin. Sing the praises. Okay, what about for us?
Okay, so
Real quick.
Jelani, probably you guys don't know. I know we're all NBA fans out there, but Jelani is a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yes.
He actually sleeps with a Dallas Cowboys blanket to this day.
I have it. It's in the
Deontay
basement.
Wilder voice, right? So
Judging you.
you have to go on camera and sing the Washington Commanders
Oh my
rap.
god.
We'll drop the social clip in there too,
I'm
but
not-
you're gonna have to sing it, okay?
Oh my god.
And then for Noor,
Raptors, bro. Please.
Noor has to tweet out, tag me in it, that I know more about basketball. than
Oh. Ooh. I don't know if she's better.
Rappers, please. From the bottom of my
I know.
heart, I'm begging you. I'm begging you from the bottom
need
of
to
my
see
heart.
this.
Get the wins that I said you would. I
She has a lot
promise.
of followers now.
Exactly.
I promise. I have never asked for anything in my life. This is the one thing I will ask for the first time in my life. Please, rappers, the ones that I predicted, don't let me
Oh, man.
Look,
don't let me do that.
I can't wait. I can't
the
wait.
truth
do
is
that.
inevitable. The
Guys,
truth is inevitable. Let's just
So clearly we have
express
a
it.
bunch riding. It's not just the rappers who got some stuff riding on this road trip. It's us too. And,
I'm not trying to eat eggs. Okay, please, please.
and Jelani has to do is sitting right here
Absolutely
on camera,
not,
looking
bro.
at all
Oh my
three
goodness,
cameras
bro.
in the
And you
eye
gotta
as
sing
you
the
take a
Commanders
bite.
song after.
No, thank you. Please, Fred, Pascal, Scotty, show up.
Oh, Lou.
All right, guys, the Raptors take on the Phoenix Suns tonight. Let's see how they do. I know we all predicted. Actually, you said Suns will win. We
did
said
I?
Raptors
I
will win.
did. Yes, I did.
So we'll see how they fare tonight. I don't know how Justin's feeling right now, but
I'm already on
picking
it.
the
I
Raptors-
need Phoenix to win this match.
Look, man,
Me
Phoenix,
too.
they're balling at home.
You picked the Raptors.
Yeah, you picked the Raptors,
Oh
bro.
shit! I picked
Are
them.
you?
Oh,
I
Okay, go
picked
Raptors.
the Suns.
Yeah.
go Raptors! Go.
Winners
then.
of 5 of the last 6. Okay, come on, Phoenix.
So, guys, we'll see how it goes. Pray for us, pray about us, and we'll see you next time on Homestead NBA.